Over Chandler Pollard, Washington State signee out of Woodward Academy. Chandler, man, appreciate the time.
Thanks for having me.
So let's start there. Washington State. I mean, Pullman, Washington, a long way from Atlanta, Georgia. How did this whole thing shape up for you to be playing for Brian Green and the Cougars?
Well, recruitment process for me was a little slow coming out of sophomore year. So I sent a bunch of emails out and I reached out to them. And then they hit me back a couple weeks later to come to a showcase. And then we got in contact and then we started like talking. And then a few weeks later, they offered me, and then it was just something I couldn't turn down, so I had to take it.
What'd you think of the campus? I mean, everybody talks about how beautiful it is out there.
Yeah, well, at first I was a little hesitant committing all the way across the country, but then when I got out there, it felt like home, so it should be fun.
When you look at the PBR profile on you, I mean, obviously the speed's there. It's been there for a long time. You got the arm strength in both the infield and the outfield. When you looked at your senior season, what was that one thing that you said, this is where I want to get better?
Mainly just my hitting. People don't know me for a power hitter, so I'm trying to improve my power numbers this year. And also I'm coming for the stolen bag record this year, trying to crack 60.
What is the 60 time now? Last I saw it was like around 6'7", and where's it at now?
Last time was in July, it was 6'3". Yes, sir.
That's got to have the Cougar staff pretty excited to see that speed. What have they talked to you about, like when you get here, this is where we want to see some improvement? Do they have a checklist for you, or how does that shape up?
Not really. They just want me to be myself, play the way I am, make an impact for the program.
One thing about this Woodward roster is you guys are loaded. I mean, there's 3 players in PBR's top 200 on this team. Yourself, Elgin Bennett Jr., Michael Carswell Jr. Being around those guys on a daily basis, how has that helped you to get better?
Well, we have a lot of fun on and off the field. Off the field, we joke a lot, but on the field, when we know we have to get our business done, we take care of that. So we try to compete with each other and make each other better.
If we're having this conversation in a couple months, and we're talking about a successful season for Woodward Academy, what does that include?
I mean, I believe if we come together as a team, fix the little kinks we have, I think we got a chance of making it all the way.
All right, man, I'm going to have you kind of take us through your approach and your mentality at the plate and show us your swing. Sound good?
All right, yes, sir. So I like to keep it simple when I come in the box. Take a deep breath, clear my head, everything. Then get my back foot at the back of the box, depending on what the pitcher's throwing. So go like that. Then I like to keep my hands up so I can attack above the ball and not try to get under it much. And then my load is very key. I like to hinge at the hips, keep the knee going back so I'm balanced, keep my posture good on breaking balls, fastballs. I like to be on time too. Just hit it out front. If you don't do that, then it's not going anywhere. Then after I do that, just a nice level swing. Finish with 2 hands most of the time, maybe 1, depending on the pitch. And whatever happens after that, I just let the burners out.
Chandler, man, thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate it. Make sure everybody keeps subscribed on LakePoint Sports across all our social media channels, including YouTube. That's your window and everything happening here on campus.